Try playing the song.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
All right.
Got it. All right.
Here
we go.
This is our intro music, friends.
How you guys doing today?
Oh, this is exciting.
This is DiskDungeon.
I'm your host, Joe Dove.
Julian Valencia.
And we're excited to talk about music with you on the interwebs.
Remember, it's disc with the K because it's a new age.
And computers run everything. And on the computers are discs.
Not with the C, with the K.
With a K.
Yeah, that's right. We got some dope beats for you too.
Yeah. Well, that was exciting. An official intro for the second ever episode of DiskDungeon with your hosts, Joe Dove and Julian. Welcome back. And to the person in the chat room, welcome to you to the DiskDungeon episode 2. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to recap the music that we've influenced our own personal lives and given each other the mission of studying. We gave each other homework last week, which was pretty fun. I mean,
it was pretty fun.
So like I was saying to everybody last week, I'm into a ton of music. There's nothing that I don't like, but I don't seek out modern music. Okay. And you had made me seek out a modern song.
Seek it out.
I sought that shit and I loved it.
I sought it
and I sucked it up.
Cool. All right. So since you gave us that lovely intro, tell us, give us one song and your reaction to it, your thoughts.
So I'm going to go off with, it's called The Moonlight by XXXXTion.
Okay.
So I was taken aback by it because I was like, oh, yeah, this is very modern. Mm-hmm. This is very like, what does
that mean?
They called it mumble rap, but he was clear enough that it's not exactly mumble.
Got it. Okay.
So I enjoyed that actually.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, he's saying enough clearly that I can understand exactly what he's saying, but the beat is what got me. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And for whatever reason, I thought it was actually the song that went with the movie Moonlight, but it wasn't. So
that would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting
because that movie, you're right. That movie
the came around at the same time.
Not only that, again, that's the Moonlight is a in your bag type of song.
Yeah.
For those of you who do not know what that means, like you're in your feelings.
Yeah.
You're in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And both Moonlight and the song Moonlight
are in your head.
Are pretty much. Yeah, you're right. Actually, the more I think about it, that would have been a really great collaboration.
It would have been, a total missed opportunity. Yeah. Maybe if they do a Blu-ray special edition, they can like put that back together.
And on top of that, that XXX unfortunately has passed away.
Yeah, rip, brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
The more I'm saying it now, the more, Joe, you've implanted the seed in my head that I should just go ahead and just play the movie and the song on repeat. For an hour.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was just saying like I normally would wear some type of music related attire.
Okay.
Right now I'm in my jumpsuit track runner jacket. And last night I was all dressed up because I went to the Chinese Cultural Foundation Awards and I presented an award and I was on stage and they were like, hey, you want to give a speech for your boss? And I was like, okay, I'll do that. Yeah. So I did that and it went pretty well. They actually clapped. So that's always good, right?
They didn't throw tomatoes.
And they were like, get off the stage, fatty. You're not Chinese. No, look at my eyes. No. But, it went really well. And I was going to wear, again, like I was saying, I was going to wear a homage type of thing. One of my favorite bands is Pink Floyd, and I have like too many Pink Floyd t-shirts. And I literally, it's a great band. And I literally was going to throw one of those shirts on, but I didn't have time to steam it. So it's not going to happen today. Sorry, fans. Just going to have to deal with my passion pink shirt. Sexy passion pink. Passion. But like talking about movies and music, there's a myth I don't know if you know that, I probably don't, but if you start Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd at the roar of the lion from Miramax, the intro, MGM actually, excuse me, it's supposed to actually sync up, and like certain elements of the album are run smoothly with The Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
so I know that's like a super circle, like Moonlight would kind of go with Moonlight because it gets in your head and everything works. And Wizard of Oz just goes with Dark Side of the Moon because of the sounds and the
this is interesting.
and the noises that go in the movie kind of just fit.
Joe, I think that this is definitely this section that we're on right now is something that needs to keep being developed.
Yeah,
because the way music, the way artists can add layers onto music that are not just necessarily part of the song, that are the the background behind the song, the intention behind it, the culture behind that song at that moment. Yeah, it's like you're going into a dungeon and you're taking out
that's the disc dungeon.
Couple discs.
I'm taking some discs out and I'm going to throw them together so that this all comes together in a very fantabulous way.
All right, so let's go to song number 2.
All right, song number 2. So I'm going to go with my homework and we're going to do your homework and then we'll move on. Okay, so song number 2 was Gift of Paralysis by Envy of the Coast. I loved that song. That one got me hype. I was walking up to work last Tuesday when I popped it on the old tubes of Youb. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a jam ready for me to get walking. I actually had more pep in my step. I probably dropped an extra pound that I was trying to lose.
An extra drop of coffee.
An extra drop, but whatever. It was amazing. I'm really glad that you put me onto that. I'm gonna jump into some more of their stuff.
Cool.
Deeper meanings of the song. Why don't you give me
just for the audience to know who's the artist behind that song?
Envy of the Coast.
Nope.
No.
Envy on the Coast.
On the Coast.
Yes.
Woo! All right. Correct. Thanks.
Just so you guys can look it up. Envy on the Coast, Gift of Paralysis.
So all the songs that we're talking about today are going to be on the YouTube, and the YouTube is on tobeseen.com. You'll see it, DiskDungeon episode 2, and I'm going to put links to the direct songs in the description of the video so that you guys can go and listen to them and experience them like we've experienced the songs that we've told each other to listen to.
Yes.
And I keep looking into your camera and not my camera, which is the live one. Hello.
Oh, hi.
So the one person, I'm sorry about that.
Has he given us feedback or her?
No, they've been dark, but that's fine.
Oh, well,
that's fine as long as you're here. We
thank you guys for being here.
Yeah,
give us any feedback. We'll appreciate everything.
Yeah. So, and again, I just want to say, thank you for coming back and thank you for listening, everybody. Episode 2, DiskDungeon. We're going to get into the music and music discussion. That is, we're going to dive down deep into the disc world to pull up some songs to discuss. And the next one is Walking Wounded. Now, when you said that they were from Queens and the name of the group is Bayside, which I believe is an area of Queens. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, it is.
They're from Bayside.
They're from Bayside, Queens. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Excellent song. I actually dived into the rest of their
album.
Yeah,
which is called
The
Walking Wounded.
The Walking Wounded. Yes, self-titled. Fantastic. I know that was a song about the departure of one of the band members, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It was so good. I was very, very elated when I heard that.
Oh yeah? That's a song you get pumped up.
Yeah, that's another pumpy one. I definitely would say that I enjoyed every song that you recommended this week for homework, and you put me onto new genres that I had not previously listened to, new artists, new genres. So I'm a music connoisseur. I like to consume music in the ear. I can't physically eat it despite my size, but every time I hear some type of new music, it always connects with a memory. So music memory focus. I know that some people believe that if you listen to music from your youth, it brings back happy memories. That's why some people our age get so excited when they hear Ghostbusters. I was like, oh shit, I was a little kid in a diaper and I don't have to worry about anything. I love Ghostbusters. It's the greatest thing ever made. So that's one of those things that I can feel like a strong connection to.
Cool.
Even though it was I'm sitting in traffic on the bus listening to it.
Yeah.
But still, like I was like, oh god, this is like super deep. And it was very good. So Definitely love that. Oh, Frank Ocean.
We'll end here because that's
what
I wanted you to. I really wish that I was hoping that even though I put that as the last song on the list, that you would give it, give it the time it needed. But that song is
I was Provider is the song. Excellent song.
yes,
Yeah, very modern too, like
Very
XXX.
modern.
But man, his beats are so good.
Yeah, Frank
You know,
Ocean is the shit.
And luckily my friend was in his car, and I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to listen to Frank Ocean." And he goes, "Oh, word, you never heard of Frank Ocean before? What's wrong with you? You listen to music all the time, right?"
Wait, so that's the first song you?
That was the first song I ever heard from
Did
Frank
you
Ocean.
dig deeper?
No, yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's
Oh
got a great album backing. He's fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend everybody take a look at that one. If you haven't heard it already, I know a lot of people are going to be like, "I've already heard this. What are you
Frank?
talking? You never listened to Frank? What's wrong with you?" No, I didn't, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And it reminded me a lot of Massive Attack. I don't know if you ever heard of
Massive Attack.
Massive Attack.
Well, we're definitely gonna have homework. For
Oh,
this week.
yeah, here we go. First one. I'm gonna have to take a picture of these notes later. We're trying to be organized here at DiskDungeon. We actually are using the old school pen and paper, which is great. I mean, shout out to pen on paper.
Mass Attack.
Massive.
Yeah,
attack. Like my butt, massive.
And attack.
An attack is if like I farted.
Whoa.
It'd be like,
whoa.
Massive attack.
Massive attack.
Gas attack.
Flawless.
We like to have a little humor on the show. It makes the things go smoothly.
And if you don't like it, well then.
If flatulence is not your thing, then maybe you should fart more. All right, so your turn. You're up to bat.
All right, here we go.
Here we go now.
Okay, so the first song that I heard was obviously the first one on the list, which was Intruder, Intruder by Peter Gabriel.
Yep.
That song is my favorite.
Like
that. Out of all of them.
Yeah, it's such a cool
Exactly. It started in a way where actually I was kind of second guessing it. I was like, what am I listening to?
Yeah, because it's just noise in the beginning.
And then about 30 seconds in, I'm like, okay. And so at that point, I'm washing dishes, and I'm kind of doing my own thing as I'm listening to the song, and I find myself really jamming out. Like exactly, just that beat just keeps going, and they keep adding layers to it.
It's a multi-layered song.
Yeah, that song was really good. I really that's an A+ for me.
Yeah.
In Your Eyes, I've heard before. In Your Eyes. See, I'm the type of artist, musician, music concierge, whatever. All
connoisseur.
So I'm in all these categories. But one thing that I've noticed is that I don't really listen to music anymore.
Because you make it.
I know exactly. You know what I mean?
So why listen to?
It's not really that. It's just that I don't know. I guess maybe it's like a purity thing. Like I want. I've listened and I've been influenced by music my whole life. Obviously, that's what comes out on the paper. I subscribe to the theory that nobody really is original in that sense. That we're unique and original because of how we flip things.
Mm-hmm.
But the resources that we're pulling from are music that's been made before, beats that have been made before, rhythms that have been made before.
So are you also concerned that maybe if you heard that and all of a sudden you're making a beat on your own one day, that it might be influenced into it, and he might come after you and be like, "Hey, that's mine."
Well, I'm not worried because I know that at least for me, I'm able to take this influence that I received from said artist and use it in a way that then becomes me.
I gotcha.
But regardless, I pulled inspiration, I pulled melodies, I pulled rhythms from other music. So that's why I'm saying that my theory is that none of us are really original in that sense. We're unique in the way that we recreate things, but everything is influenced by something else, in my opinion.
Understood.
So In Your Eyes, I knew.
Yep.
I jammed with it. I like it.
Yep.
I definitely liked Intruder more. It's more unique. It really entranced me. All This Time by Sting.
Oh my God.
Okay. No, before I go to that one, let me go on South on the Great, because I really liked All This Time. South on the Great Wall. South on the Great North. South of the Great North.
No. South on the Great North Road.
South on the Great North Road.
Yeah, hopefully you did, because my handwriting. All right, so
But I listened to the right song because it corrected me.
oh, okay, good. Thank God. Thank you, Google.
Google corrected me. But South of the Great North was okay. You know what I mean? I kind of got.
It's a very melodic.
Well, I mean, at one point, I mean, this is just my opinion, but at one point, I really wasn't. I kind of wasn't in the song at that point. The way that I was for like Intruder. The way that it kind of kept building on me.
Right.
The South of the Great North Road. Kind of did the opposite. I kind of was interested at first because I was waiting. I was expecting it to go somewhere else. I guess that's my problem. I was assuming, but you know, I kind of I fell out of it.
Yeah. I mean, the story of the road itself is amazing, and the whole connection with it. But it's a very like English take on it. It's an English song that's just kind of like a bar song almost.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I loved Sadness by Enigma.
Oh, the sex song.
I've heard it before.
Oh.
And when I heard it, I was like, yes.
I remember this.
Yes.
I got my first BJ to that song.
Yes.
I hope my mom's not the other person wondering.
That's another A+ for me, man. Definitely.
That one, yeah, they're amazing. They continued actually doing music. And
definitely another song that you lose yourself into.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. And they go into like memory triggering.
Yes,
like the way their music is set up, it's like almost as if you're living the memory as you listen to it. So it's very cool.
Yeah, no.
So go ahead.
Let's see. What do we got here? Mike Oldfield, Crystal Gazing.
Weird. Yeah.
Weird.
I love Mike Oldfield because he brings a lot of different, like almost a spirituality to
but
the music.
I heard a female most of the time.
Right, but so Mike Oldfield is a guitarist.
Okay.
So that in the background music, that's him.
Got it.
And the other one is I think it's Sally Oldfield, his sister, I believe. And like they did that one album together. Yeah,
definitely weird, but it wasn't in a bad way though.
No.
I liked it.
Good.
You know, I like I said, the only song that I feel kind of I couldn't get into was South of the Great North.
Wow.
But the rest of these were songs that I've either heard before or I was familiar with the music in general of those time periods, you know?
Yeah.
And let's see. So that was the homework for last week.
Yeah, and all this time, what was it about?
All this time.
You probably heard that. You heard it before.
I've heard it before.
Yeah,
I've heard it before, but it's a good song.
Though, it is a good song. It is a good song. But what's lovely about All This Time, it's the one song that I've heard more than any of the other songs on that list.
Yeah.
Because I worked at a mall, and that song played in the mall every day.
Hey.
So.
Oh, no, that's fun.
Yeah. So that's why I really know that song in and out, and it's a great song altogether.
By the way, if you see our faces and we're just looking and gazing into like a window, is because in front of us there's
it's a glass studio,
and there's a friend of ours who's standing right outside, taking pictures and giving us props. Huh?
Yes, that's a great question.
Because we don't care. You can come inside if you want.
We're gonna have a special guest. Maybe not. I don't know. Come on in. You want to?
We're literally live right now. How you doing?
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
Hello.
Do you want to come in and join us?
I really do, but not if I'm interrupted.
Oh,
and if not,
she might not be back.
The end.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is how DiskDungeon rolls.
Goodbye with your Dave Matthews hating ass.
Hey man, I wouldn't say it's trash, but I definitely.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
I definitely not gonna sit
people
there.
People don't like the melody of guitar.
Yo, so that's interesting. That she doesn't know that I sing.
No, that's wild.
Because that means she doesn't know much about me.
Yeah, not as good a friend as you thought. I know more than she does.
Well, anyways, guys.
So segment next. Artists you're working with right now.
Ooh, okay.
So let's hear some of the people that you're working with and who you want to.
Moving forward, I think we should definitely structure this as artists that I worked on this week.
Yes.
Right. So I'm gonna talk about.
We'll reword it.
We'll reword it a bit, but this week I worked. It was actually a very slow week because
only with Nas instead of JC.
Yeah, it's just Nas this week.
Just Nas this week. Yeah.
Definitely those are dreams, those are goals for sure. But if you guys don't know, I'm almost 30 years old.
Almost 30?
Almost 30. And injuries don't heal as fast as they used to.
Don't I know about that? I remember hitting that range.
So with that said, I've been a little slow. I haven't had a lot of sessions this week. But I was able to meet up with Jasmine. I call her AKA Jazz. She's dope, man. We started off doing a cover of a Chris Brown song. This is part of your homework for next week.
Oh, yeah. Chris Brown?
Yes, this song
Okay.
is called Overtime.
Overtime? Okay.
By Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So she came in. We talked a little bit about her musical history because I met her for the first time probably about a month ago. She told me that she hadn't done music in years, and that this is really kind of like bringing her out of hiatus. It's wonderful to hear that.
Okay.
So she wanted to start off kind of slow, and so we did this overtime cover of Chris Brown's Overtime.
Okay.
It was really cool because the first two sessions we were focused on covering the song. But then on the second session, we decided that we wanted to make our own version of the instrumental, a more stripped down, kind of like, just a unique version of it, so that she could sing the Chris Brown song on it, and it would be a little different, something new. By the third session, which was yesterday, we decided that we were going to make our own song because
that's where you spawn it from inspiration.
Not only that, it's pretty good, man. I don't know if the DiskDungeoneers want to have a quick preview.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Let's go for it, especially if it's not copywritten.
It is not.
Woo!
It's definitely.
We love that kind of music.
It is definitely my music, guys.
Sweet. All right, get ready. DiskDungeon first. We are about to listen. Is it titled or no?
It is called Switching It Up.
And we're going to listen to Julian and Jasmine's Switching It Up.
Very smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. It's like fine wine.
It's definitely it's R&B. So
it is.
She's going at it from an R&B.
I like it.
So, yeah,
I like it. Definitely my cup of tea, as they'd say.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, totally. I like that the more sound than
the more sound than what?
More sound than like yeah, go in this, but
you're done with that.
I'm done with that. I guess I got old. I don't know. Is that what it is?
That could be. So let's see. Another artist that I worked with this week was myself.
Oh.
I went to an open mic. And I performed
in my old town of all places,
Mount Vernon.
Exactly. Money earning.
Mount Vernon.
So
that night was it was kind of like a roller coaster, man. I went and I performed two songs. One with Nicole Andrade, which is she's an artist we work with as well. You guys can check her out at Nicole Andrade on Instagram. Just take out the I. So we did a song called Cherry Pie. It came out good.
She's my not that one.
Cherry Pie.
Sorry,
but it definitely has cherry pie in the song, and it's it fits the holidays, I guess.
Oh, okay. It's about the actual food.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I said that. I'm just trying to throw you guys off.
It's actually about the cherry pie.
It's actually about a guy.
Oh.
That she is calling cherry pie.
Oh.
Because I guess he's sweet.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, we did a great job. We did that acoustically. Played it on the guitar, and it was received very well.
That's excellent.
The second song I played was an original of mine called Again. This song is a song that I wrote right out of my marriage. So it's a very emotional song.
That's like, those are the ones that are tugging at the strings.
And I mean, and it was great, man. People really, they connected with it. I think everybody at this moment, this is the season for some reason for people going through some shit, like relationships ending and things of that nature. So, I think it was a very appropriate timing for the song.
Yeah. End of year, end of relationship.
Exactly.
Nature moves on, man.
And the reason why it was an emotional roller coaster that night, because it was great. The vibes were on point. There was a lot of great artists. Is Nate was the one hosting the Instagram.
Okay.
Sorry, the show.
The show, yeah.
Exactly. So you guys can look him up at Is Nate. He's an amazing musician. He's another artist that I don't necessarily produce because he produces. So we co-produce. We just collaborate all the time. And so I lost my debit card that night. And I thought I lost it, but when I woke up the next morning, it turns out that somebody actually had stole it.
Shit!
I had like a couple $100 worth of charges. So yeah, man, it was a great night. Smoked a lot of weed. And
partake in the was it the devil's
lettuce?
That is lettuce, yes.
Devil's lettuce, and lost my debit card or got it stolen. And somebody treated themselves to a lot of Dunkin' Donuts, and they went to La Placita Market.
So it sounds like it was a fat Spanish kid.
Maybe, man, but I'm glad that I blessed them with some food if they needed it. I'm getting the money back regardless.
I was gonna say, did you have fraud protection on that?
Yeah, man. So I'm obviously covered, but at the same time, if somebody can kind of eat for the week, then I'm not that mad.
Yeah.
Fuck the government.
Whoa. And the shake.
All right. So that was about it, actually, man, because like I said, this week was slow. It's actually going to be packed for this whole weekend. Not only today, tomorrow, I'm having about 3 artists coming through. So by Friday next week, I'll definitely have a lot more material to talk about.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for listening.
All right. That's great. All right. Next up, the music to chat about.
Music to chat about. Well, we did that already. Actually.
Yeah. That she ended up kiboshing that. She brought that segment up early. So
pretty much.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on.
Yeah, music and life happening to us that music helped. Got it. So moments, maybe since last week, or maybe other parts in our life where it's done something for us. It's helped us in some way. It's I don't know if you want to take this off, Joe.
All right. So I mentioned earlier that this is why I mentioned it earlier. In the early segment, the Chinese Cultural Foundation that I had to give a speech at, and the speech was for my boss and my company. I make children's shoes for a living. Surprise! I have nothing to do with music, but it was really funny because I did not go into this event expecting to give a speech. It was, hey, you talk really well. Go for it. I was like, So normally when somebody gives a speech, and they actually have stage fright or trouble speaking in front of large audiences like I do, or fear of not really fear of public speaking, but some issues with public speaking, they panic and freeze up, and it does not come out too well.
Okay.
But not for me. No, nay. This did not happen. I'm in front of the exclusive Harvard Club. I just bumped elbows with the individual that was speaking on the impeachment trial. The Harvard professor was there. I mean, he wasn't at the event that I was, but he was in the building, and I had seen him before I went in. And I was supposed to give a speech. I was nervous, and then what happened? Music came on. Not any song I'm familiar with, not something that inspired me as a child, and not something that I didn't know. It was actually some opera music, because they had 2 live opera singers, one from China, one from America.
Okay.
And they were playing some beautiful music. Now, it's copyright protected, so I can't play it. But I'm going to play it for Julian, and I'm going to put it in the notes below so that you can listen to the same. It wouldn't be the actual performers that I heard, but you'll hear probably the original operatic version. I happen to like opera.
Hmm.
It's one of the genres that I appreciate. I can't listen to it every day.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it because it's a very calming melody. And when you're apprehensive and you've been put on the spot to speak in front of 200 people, 100 of whom of which include the ambassador to China and who's living in the United States. He's the general counsel of the Chinese consulate.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Pressure's on.
Pressure's on. Mayor Mike de Blasio.
Oh.
Yeah, that was interesting. He's a giant man. He's like 17 feet tall.
A whole 17.
A whole 17, exactly. And some very like eye-catching models from China.
Huh?
All in-house, all staring at you, and you're giving a speech that you've prepared exactly 2 minutes prior. So I'm pretty good on my feet. And luckily there was some opera music because, like I said, 2 minutes prior, they're saying, oh, you're going to give the speech. Congratulations. But luckily that opera music got me through, and it slips my mind because all the things that were going in my head at the moment. But like I said, I'm going to put it in the box, and you can find out what song I
put it in the box.
Yeah, and I'll pass it to you for notes for next week. Just how does opera affect you? Have you listened to opera before?
I've listened to opera before, but I mean, I cannot even name one song for you. I think it actually connects with me very well. I think I'm on the same page that I wouldn't just pull it up and listen to it on a daily basis. But when I hear it, especially live, because I've heard it live before, it's impactful. It's an impactful sound.
Yeah.
No, it's like it definitely gets emotion stirring. It's not just something that you can, if you're in a room and somebody's singing opera, you're listening to that.
Yeah, it takes over the house.
Yeah.
And just to mention Stefano Andreotti at Andreotti Sound,
Right.
Who, do you remember that guy?
Yeah, I do. Man.
What a dude. He's got
a
great voice.
He does.
I'm actually going out to Long Island the 14th.
Oh,
I'll
cool.
be recording his live performance out there at a special Festivus event. That means Christmas, not Festivus for the rest of us, but it's actually a Christmas event, and I'll be recording for him. And his video, Una Factiva Magrima, is featured on tobeseen.com. It's staying there because I think his rendition of it, it's a Pavarotti song. It's fantastic. It's not his song, actually. It's written by somebody else ages ago, but his version of it, Stefano, I mean, is quite transforming. And I definitely suggest that folks take the time and take a listen. That link will be in this at the bottom too. And have you heard his version besides being on the other side of the wall when his voice penetrating?
No, I have not.
No? Oh, okay. So that's another one for you to listen to. So there's some opera. That'll be one of the two.
Definitely.
But yeah, so like opera music calms me, new age music calms me, electronica hypes me and calms me depending on how it is. And then rap music gets me ready if I need to.
What about
bust some caps?
Have you listened to some lo-fi playlists?
No. Now there's my homework.
Oh,
lo-fi playlist.
And you just don't even need to know the name of the songs. You just literally look up on YouTube lo-fi playlist.
Oh.
And you're gonna get tons of them. And what it is, it's mostly hip hop. So it's hip hop music. But it's just very chill tracks. They're instrumentals. They're meant to kind of like you said, some of them won't hype you up, but they'll give you a nice beat to work to.
Right.
And most of them will, are there for relaxing, they're for chilling.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely going to take a gander into those.
Yeah. I got a lot of homework.
Yeah. I see that. I'm going to give you some more. Massive Attack.
Yes, I have that.
You have that?
Stefano and Massive Attack. So
Stefano and Massive Attack. Let's see. Above and Beyond.
What is that? That's a band?
That's a band. Above and Beyond. So how you're experiencing this moment of divorce. Well, I had a moment of unfortunate events in 2011 when a long-lasting relationship of mine came to an end. 7 years ended. Didn't go well. We never had a song together. Some couples have that song, "Oh, baby, you got what I need." That's probably not your song, but that's probably not your song. But a lot of people experience moments together when songs come on, they always remember that other person. Well, we have a breakup song.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's called Sun and Moon
by
Above and Beyond.
Sun and Moon.
Yeah, that's the song you listen to. It's a divorce song.
Wow. I guess we need a little bit of everything.
Yep. I'm sorry, baby. You were the sun and moon to me. I'll never get over you, and you'll never get over me. But we're over. That shit is deep.
Deep.
So there's your homework.
Okay, cool.
I've got mine. You've got yours. And we press forward.
All right, tracks.
Tricks of the keys.
Tricks of the keys.
So misconception songs.
Got it. So what's the trick of the key today?
The trick of the key today is it's another Sting song. Sorry, I didn't go deep into the pool. I love Sting. So the first couple episodes are going to be like, oh God, this guy's obsessed with this dude. But it's called When We Dance. It's another song where people think, oh my God, this is a beautiful song because he wrote this for the woman that he fell in love with. And, it's my wedding song. Don't do it, folks. And here's why. This is actually a love triangle song. This is, I love you, but he loves you, and you don't love me. But we had something, it didn't work out. You love somebody else, but I still love you.
I mean, it sounds kind of hot, to be honest.
It's like a telenovela.
The drama courses through my veins.
Right. Now, if you listen to the words, like a lot of people kind of like blow over the word, whatever is he saying? I'd heard the word love and I didn't hear anything else. But the song starts out as if he loved you like I love you. People blow that line all the time. I would walk away in shame. I'd move town. I'd change my name. That's obviously like, oh wait, this isn't about me directly loving you.
This is
something more.
This is a little complex.
When he watches you, when he counts to buy your soul, on your hand his golden ring, like he owns the bird that sings. And then the crescendo, the chorus is, when we dance, angels will run and hide their wings. So a lot of people think, oh yeah, well, they're in love and they're dancing together. And when they dance, the angels hide their wings because their love is so strong. Like a lot of people misconstrued.
But how do you misconstrue that? If an angel is hiding their wings, there's a problem. There's not.
Yeah, but not many people understand that because they're thinking angels are, oh wow, so this
angels
is great.
Wings. Oh yeah.
Yay. And then the next line is, I'm still in love with you. So he loves her, but she loves someone else, and he can't get over it. It's deep. It's a trick of the keys.
Wow. So all three of them are pretty much.
Yeah, nobody's happy. In a modern twist, he loves the first guy. Yeah. So it's like a misconstrued triangle. He loves her. She loves the other guy. The other guy loves the other guy. That'll be it. That's a modern day version of the song. Right there. And here's another part of this song that people misunderstand and think it's some passionate love speak. If I could break down these walls and shout my name at heaven's gate, I take these hands and I destroy the dark machineries of fate. Cathedrals are broken and heaven's no longer above, but hellfire's a promise away, and I'd still be saying I'm still in love. So that's deep. But if you listen to the song, you don't really get those actual lyrics because Sting has a way of singing where it's so beautiful. It kind of blends as if it was a love song. And I remember as a kid thinking it said, if I could break down these walls and shout your name at heaven's gate, I'd take up my hands and I'd destroy the dark machineries of fate. My vehicle's broken, but heaven's is helping from up above. So I always misunderstood that as a kid myself.
Yeah.
So I got tricked by the keys.
Tricked by the keys. We gotta get some music to play when we say that. Tricked by the keys.
Tricked by the keys.
No, I'm thinking like Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, so that was mine. Have you got one?
No.
Oh wow.
I don't.
Wow.
But I see. well, you guys are getting this all live, so this is raw. But no, I just thought it was a segment for you, but I will be prepared next week.
Oh yeah, I'm pleased. Share into the tricks. There's another one that I love.
Should we give it to them today?
We're going to talk about that next week. So get ready because there's another one coming next week.
There's got to be a reason.
And guess what?
Week.
Yeah, guess what? It's not going to be Sting. So I'm excited. Julian's excited, especially because it's a different artist. Correct, Amundo?
Correcto.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps up this episode of DiskDungeon. And I really appreciate the 6 people have stopped by and into the room on YouTube. And I appreciate you, Julian, producer extraordinaire.
Next time we gotta automate some of these tasks.
Yeah, but, I think we gotta do an outro.
Maybe we'll just plug this in, But for anybody who's live, seeing you press buttons and stuff, you guys let us know. Does that distract you? But
do you have ADD? Is this shiny microphone getting annoying because it's shiny? Thanks for listening to DiskDungeon. We'll be back next week with much more tricks of the keys and music to please. Tony Santries.